My dad died 2 weeks ago, and I search for a hawk. I test my gut. I kiss the top of his urn like I kissed his dead forehead in the moment after. The feeling of his skin under my lips, chalked with cooling sweat. I stand in the middle of a field and pretend to pray. I chicken out halfway to belief. I reach out my arms and pretend I can feel energy pulsing in the wheat stalks. I read my horoscope and go back to work. My sister and I listen to the voicemails he left us while we drive to the restaurant. We listen to the voicemails he left us. He left us. I hear him in the crackle and the static. I wait for assurance. I check my stomach every hour for knowing. His funeral flowers have barely begun to wilt. That must be a sign. There's a storm flashing low in the distance. That must be a sign. The wind on the back of my neck is warm, and it must be a sign. I drink a rum and coke and call it tribute instead of coping. I touch the soft belly of a raspberry, and it feels just like his lower lip, as I fed him his pills one by one just a few days before. I pluck each berry, place them in my bucket, and they each become a new mouth, a gallon's worth of him dying again and again. I pick raspberries and smell the breeze and wait for a sign. There's a spider, just like there has been a spider every day, nestled in between the brambles, hanging from the side mirror of his old SUV, dangling in front of my face on the car ride home. I make believe my father is sending me spiders. I make belief. I'm supposed to feel something, right? I sneak into the basement and search for him in the rafters. You know, I looked it up, and cremation doesn't actually produce ash. Instead, the skin and muscle burn away entirely, leaving just the weakened skeleton, which is thrown into a blender, crushed, and returned to you. My father becomes the margarita I want to order at the bar. My father becomes snow. After he died, the summer was gone, and all I can do is wait. I walk into his room and fold up his glasses. They creak like they are still expecting a face. His mother brings me a photograph of him as a teenager, and his mouth is open, wide with laughter, and in this moment, I am the one who doesn't exist.